Hi there, welcome to your weekend class with me, your English teacher. I know you have got the notice of your copies being corrected, so I hope and I trust you that you have finished your work till last week, till the chapter homecoming. जिसने अभी भी काम नहीं किया है, I want all the prose chapters, question answers, poetry, central ideas, and references and everything that has been sent to you in the language section also. कॉपी को दो पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर कर दी है तो कोई बात नहीं है, नहीं करी है तो भी कोई बात नहीं है. एक ही कॉपी चाहिए मुझको in which literature and language work both have been done. In case you have made two copies, then you can send both of them for correction. Okay, generally I do not tell the children to make two copies. I only tell them to make one copy. In case you have made two copies, then you can send both the copies for correction. Okay, मैं ये भी जानती हूँ कि there might be some naughty ones who have still not completed their notes. So please see that you finish your work and send your copies for correction. Right. You also know that according to the revised syllabus, we have almost finished 70% of the syllabus, and only little bit of it is left. So today I'll be starting a new chapter, Women's Education. That is also in the prose section. So Women's Education is a chapter which is written by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. You all have heard his name. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was a famous philosopher, a scholar, and a great statesman. And he has written great books on philosophy, and he was a very effective speaker and a writer as well. तो बहुत ही burning topics पे वो लिखा करते थे, and all his write-ups, books, and are appreciated, and they have he wrote about topics that were much too advanced in that time when he wrote. And this is one of the chapters, Women's Education, where he has spoken about why women should be educated. And you have to remember or keep in mind that when the chapter was written, that was an era when women's education was not at all encouraged. Women were supposed to dress up and stay at home and work at home. That means the household chores. But time changed, and what he has written so many years ago now comes into practice. Okay, now it is coming into force. So starting with the chapter compares the status of women in ancient India, in medieval India, and in modern India. It also elaborates on the fact why women should be educated and why they should be respected, because they are the backbone of any nation or civilization. Right? Let us start. You are living in an age when there are great opportunities for women in social work, public life, and administration. Society requires women of disciplined minds and restrained manners. Whatever line of work you undertake, you should bring to it an honest, disciplined mind. You will then succeed and have the joy of your work. Right? So he is saying, now, though the chapter has been written many years ago when India was a newly born independent country, it's more than 65 years now that we are independent, more than that. And still we have some issues where security of women is concerned, or the status of women is concerned. But he is saying that we are living in an era, a period where there are lots of opportunities for women. Okay, हर जगह women के लिए opportunities हैं, चाहे वो social work हो, चाहे वो public life हो, administration हो. She's working, she is equal to man, at par with him, and working in all the sections of the society, whether it's defense or corporate world or at home or and social work, any field you name it, and the woman is there. Okay, and then he says that this is possible if you have women with disciplined minds, and restrained manners means where the woman is means she knows, she is well in control of her life. यानी कि थोड़ा सा फ़र्क है, जैसे पुराने ज़माने में जो औरत होती थी उसको कोई और कंट्रोल करता था. So she would do things according to what she was told to do. And today she does things according to her own free will. Okay? Now, for example, in the olden days, women used to get married, even in arranged marriages. कितने दफ़ा हो चुका है कि शादी वाले दिन तक औरत को पता ही नहीं होता था कि वो किससे शादी कर रही है, क्योंकि उसने कभी भी उस आदमी को देखा नहीं है, उससे बात नहीं करी है. शी यूज्ड टू लाइक ब्लाइंडली ट्रस्ट हर पेरेंट्स कि जो भी होगा ठीक ही होगा और जैसा भी होगा उसके साथ उसको अपनी ज़िंदगी बितानी है. नाउ at the present stage, if somebody tells you that this is the man you're going to get married and you are not shown the photo, you are not made to meet each other, you are not made to see each other, you don't have phone numbers to talk to, or just at least know who the person is, you will turn around and tell us, are you mad? ये मेरी life है, मुझे शादी करनी है और मैं उसको देखूंगी नहीं. What nonsense is this, right? There's a difference. The difference is education, right? पहले औरत क्वेश्चन नहीं करती थी, अब वो क्वेश्चन करती है. Reason that earlier she was not that educated what she is now, right? So he says that to run a society there is a need of women who are well in control of themselves, of their life, of their emotions, and of the environment around them, right? So you must have noticed that whatever line of action you undertake, कोई भी profession आप ले लो, चाहे आप housewife ही क्यों ना हो, जब तक वुमेन इन कंट्रोल नहीं होती है चीज़ें हेवायर होती हैं. आप अपने घर में भी देखेंगे कि भले ही आपकी मम्मी एक हाउसवाइफ हो, ओके, मे बी शी इज़ नॉट वर्किंग, बट इट इज़ her who teaches you moral values, it is her who teaches you discipline, it is her who tells you क्या सही है क्या गलत है, क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, right? So not that we are discarding men altogether, no, we are not doing that, but God has made this character called woman in the sense that she is made in such a way that she can adapt to any given situation. Okay, she can manage home as well as work, as well as the family, as well as the needs of everybody around her. Okay, so that is he says that you will then succeed to have the joy of your work. Means if you are in control, in discipline, and you work in an organized manner, then you will enjoy your work, whatever it is. चाहे आप हाउसवाइफ हो, चाहे आप वर्किंग वुमेन हो, चाहे आप किसी भी फील्ड में हो, जब तक आप ऑर्गेनाइज्ड और डिसिप्लिन नहीं रहेंगे, you will not enjoy your work. Actually, in our country, Education, so far as girls' education is concerned, is not widespread enough. So, every institution which contributes to the education of girls is worthy of recognition and encouragement. But I'm anxious that the kind of education that is imparted must not only be broad but should also be deep. You are lacking in depth. We may become learned and skilled, but if we do not have the kind of purpose in our life themselves become blind, blundering, and bitter. The Gita says, for a truly cultured mind, there is a single-mindedness. Therefore, the whole life is scattered in merry. For the uncultured mind, the whole life is scattered in many directions. Therefore, it is essential that the education which you acquire in these institutions should give you not merely learning and skill, but endow you with a definite purpose in life. What that purpose is, you have to define it for yourselves. It is said that Vidya gives you Vivek. Vimarsapurani Vidya gives you a sense of what is right and helps you to avoid what is wrong. You must try, therefore, to find out what is required of you in this generation. A purpose which held good centuries ago may not hold good today in view of the rapidly changing conditions of our country and of the world. So, the purpose which you adopt in your life must be adapted to the relevant needs of the present generation. Whenever I read this chapter, I am surprised by what the writer has written so many years ago and which holds relevance till now. मतलब जो ये चैप्टर है वो सालों सालों पहले लिखा गया है जब विमेन इतने फोरफ्रंट में नहीं रहती थी, और लेकिन जो उन्होंने लिखा है दैट होल्ड्स रेलेवेंस, उसका जो वैल्यू है वो अभी तक है. नाउ ही इज सेइंग दैट जो भी कंट्री विमेन्स एजुकेशन या विमेन एम्पावरमेंट को बढ़ावा देती है, दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द मीन्स it should be encouraged, it should be praised, राइट. जैसे कि हाँ, आपने देखा हमारी कंट्री में तो बेटी पढ़ाओ बेटी बचाओ इतने बार ये कैंपेन चला है, एंड गर्ल्स आर गिवन लाइक स्पेशल opportunities to study, and now it is becoming, if you see the records of so many previous years when the results come out, चाहे वो ICSE हो, CBSE हो, UP board हो या कोई भी state exams हो, women are on top. Girls do better than boys. Even in civil, medical, engineering, you name it and the women are there, right? So what the writer is saying, any country या any school या any organization या any institution which promotes this sort of studies or education for women should be encouraged. Okay, then it is said that a person, even in the Gita it is written, there's a difference between a cultured mind and an uncultured mind, which says that it should be, that a person should have a purpose for life. जब तक आपकी लाइफ में कोई एम नहीं होगा, कोई पर्पस नहीं होगा, तब तक आपकी लाइफ it's not on the right track. You are not on the right track. So life should have a purpose. Right. So for a cultured mind, it is necessary to have a purpose in life. मतलब आप जो जीवन जी रहे हैं उसके लिए एक एम होना ज़रूरी है. हर किसी की लाइफ में एक एम होना ज़रूरी है, वरना यू आर लीडिंग अ लाइफ विच इज़ एमलेस, जिसका कोई मकसद ही नहीं है. जब तक आपके पास मकसद नहीं होगा तब तक आप उस मकसद को पूरा करने का ना ही सपना देखेंगे, ना ही कोशिश करेंगे कि वो चीज़ पूरी हो. So everybody in their lives have a purpose, a dream, an aim, and for that he tries his best to do something. He works hard to do something about it. And then he compares. मतलब उन्होंने इतने खूबसूरती से बताया कि even in the Gita, it is the Bhagavad Gita, it is written that there is a difference. This is the difference between a cultured and an uncultured mind. कि एक cultured mind के पास एक purpose होता है life में, एक uncultured life में कोई aim ही नहीं होती है. तो जैसे कि कुछ बच्चे हैं जो जी रहे हैं, काम उनको मतलब नहीं है कि पढ़ना है, लिखना है, पापा मम्मी फीस भर रहे हैं, किताब आ जा रही है, all the things are, all facilities are given to them, but they are least bothered about how to do, what to do. And if you ask them what do you want to do in life, and they are just blank. और कुछ लोग इतने फोकस्ड हैं अपनी लाइफ को लेके कि उनको पता है कि मुझको इसके बाद क्या करना है. Even if we ask them, maybe they already have planned what they will do in the next 5 or 10 years. If the plan is absolutely ready, they are absolutely focused and they know what they have to do. So he is saying that to lead a proper life, to lead a cultured life, it is important and necessary to have a purpose. Then he says that every time that we start, we use our hymns and end with the words Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The teacher and the pupils are expected to avoid hating each other. Right? That is the like essence of this chapter. कि जब भी हम कोई क्लास शुरू करते हैं या कोई अच्छा काम शुरू करते हैं तो हम बोलते हैं ओम शांति शांति शांति. And we are talking, we are with those, by chanting those words, we expect that there will be a connection between the guru and the shishya, between the teacher and the pupil. So जब तक उन दोनों के बीच में सही कनेक्शन नहीं होगा तब तक ये पढ़ाई करना या पढ़ना it is just waste. Okay, बिल्कुल व्यर्थ है. So like supposing in regular times we are in the class, I'm in front of you, I'm teaching you, I share with you, you share with me. कभी हम लोग एक दूसरे से नाराज़ हो जाते हैं, कभी हम लोग एक दूसरे से मन की बात करते हैं, तो कभी हम लोग we are closely knit because we can see each other, we can talk to each other, and the communication between the two of us it's great because it's a two-way process. Now times all of a sudden have changed. This is not the situation that we expected. This pandemic has changed a lot of things. So this is now what I'm teaching you. It's a one-way process. I'm talking to you, you are listening to me, but I can just talk to you and you can just listen. We cannot interact with each other, right? That doesn't mean that we hate each other. Okay, it does mean, but that maybe there will be times when the teacher will not be able to reach out to you in the manner that she reaches out to you when she is in the class, right? हो सकता है मैं अपने आइडियाज़ आप तक नहीं पहुंचा पा रही हूँ ऐसी सिचुएशन में, पर जो मैं कहना चाह रही हूँ आप समझ भी रहे हो. मे बी सम ऑफ यू आर ट्राइंग टू अडॉप्ट दैट in your life too. So another important thing is that the relationship between a teacher and a student should be very, very, what to say, very, very humane. Okay? It is a relationship that is beyond all other relationships, especially when we talk about India, जहाँ गुरु को भगवान का दर्जा दिया गया है. Okay? And he is respected at the same level. Sadly, situations are not the same now. At some level we have lost the respect, or we don't get that respect that we want to at a certain level, and not everybody does that. कुछ लोग नहीं समझते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि जो सीख जो आपको टीचर देना चाह रहा है वो आप उनसे ना लें. ओके, इट्स लाइक एन ओशन जिसमें बहुत सारा पानी है. नाउ इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड ऑफ यू टू get adapted to that ocean and learn and conquer the world. Means क्या आपको उस जो ओशन में जितनी मिस्ट्रीज हैं उनको आपको जानना है, उनको पहचानना है, उनको समझना है, कि आप ऐसे ही बोट में बैठ के एक कोने से दूसरे कोने पे चले जाएंगे. ओके, there is a boat. You have to cross that ocean. The teacher is sitting in that boat. You're also sitting. Now it is your choice whether, and of course the choice of the teacher also, whether she will teach you how to cross the ocean and discover everything that you will find in the course of your journey, or it's just आप अपने मोबाइल से खेलते रहेंगे जर्नी के दौरान, टीचर अपना नाव चलाते जा रहा है और थोड़ी देर 1-2 घंटे के बाद कह देगा भैया आपका जगह आ गई, आप उतर जाइए. ओके, सो नाउ इट इज़ फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट, राइट? सो आई विल teach you only till here. Rest of the chapter we'll study in the second module. So just a recap of what I have taught you today, that any country who encourages women's education or girls' education should be encouraged and should be recognized. Their effort of educating the girl child should be recognized and should be encouraged at all fronts. Okay, then he also says that for a country, girls' education is very, very necessary, right? और किसी भी टाइप का एजुकेशन, चाहे वो गर्ल्स के लिए हो चाहे वो बॉयज़ के लिए हो, इट इज़ नेसेसरी फॉर अस टू हैव अ पर्पस इन लाइफ. एंड ही हैज़ गिवन अस अ ब्यूटिफुल एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द भगवद गीता, वेयर ही सेज दैट vidya gives you vivek. That means knowledge gives you wisdom. Wisdom to understand what is right and what is wrong. Wisdom to understand what you should do and what you should not do. Wisdom to understand whether a purpose in life is necessary for you or not. Wisdom to understand whether you should have an aim in life or not, and if you have an aim in life, do you have the wisdom to follow and make that aim into reality? Okay, and for that you need the help of the teacher, with whom you have to have a very, very cordial and a give and take relationship. Give and take relationship in the sense कि मतलब का नहीं, पर जो टीचर नॉलेज दे रहा है उसको एक्सेप्ट करना है, और जो बच्चा, ऐसी बात नहीं है कि इट्स only the teacher who's giving you knowledge. There are times when you children teach us a lot of things, so it has to be a mutual understanding. It has to be mutual respect for each other, love for each other. Then only the teaching and learning process will be successful. Okay, so rest we will continue in the next module. See on, I think, Wednesday, I think so. So see you on Wednesday. Till then, take care, have a nice weekend, and enjoy yourself.